Hello, everyone. I'm Barbara Dertina coming to you live, and I'm the founder and CEO of Wellness Matters, You Matter. And humor me a little bit because I'm coming to you from outdoors. It's so gorgeous here in South Florida, and so there'll be some outside noises, and I hear a few birds. There might be some cars going by. However, days are numbered before I have to close everything up and put that air on. And so I'm coming to you today to talk about a program that I have called A Journey to Wholeness. And I just was a speaker, a featured speaker at a summit in Jacksonville and a retreat on resiliency. And it was in honor of the International Days of Parental Alienation. And if you haven't heard of that, that is when one parent alienates the other parent out of the children's lives. And it is really considered child abuse, and it's going on rampantly around the world, not just in the United States. That's why it's the International Parental Alienation Day was yesterday on Monday, actually. And I was honored to participate and honored to share my wisdom from a long journey in this space of over 25 years. And so I really feel that I'm a resiliency expert. And I wished at that time that I first was getting divorced in 1997. That was my final divorce decree date. Of course, you know, it takes a few years for that even to get nailed down oftentimes. And at that time, we did not have internet and cell phones and very few support groups and such, and resources. And today there's so much, but also today the numbers of divorce and separation. And I just heard a statistic that 40% of children are being born without a marital situation. So, you know, it's hard enough to stay together and co-parent. But yet when you are estranged from each other or not on the same page and separate, you know, that makes it all the more difficult. It takes healthy individuals to raise healthy children. And that's what my biggest concern is. I lost a daughter to suicide at age 15, and I truly believe that this was the root cause of her being unable to cope with the amount of the dynamics, let me say, of parental alienation. It is so hard on our children, and they are not capable and having the capacity to process that situation where they are being taught to be against another parent. Does that mean I didn't have a part in things? Of course, each person has a part of things, but this is a huge epidemic and our children are really at risk. So I put together a course for women that are in the later stages of divorce or have been divorced. And it is called A Journey to Wholeness. My next one starts on May 9th on Monday. And it is 4 weeks, and it's gentle. It is not diving deep. There's been too much going through the process of divorce. It triggers too much in us. We are pulled in with so much dysregulation in our nervous system, our emotions. My intent is to help prevent some of that, to help release and eliminate, and to teach some tools so that you learn how to regulate yourself, to calm down your nervous system. Because now with we had the elections in the US, the pandemic for years, and now this world conflict war, we are all dysregulated. We are all at our max with stress and anxiety and worry and such. And going through this divorce process, we are often losing ourselves. I didn't know who I was. I had stayed 10 years too long. And so then all of a sudden, I'm in a single situation with children. My background is early childhood education. And since all of this time, I've done a lot of studying in different modalities and courseworks on trauma, on how to regulate our systems and dissipate some of the traumas. And I want to share that with other women, because the healthier we are, we show up for ourselves, we show up for our children, we show up in our jobs, we show up for other family members and in society and foundations that we can serve others. And it is really a cultural issue. So again, this is a 4-week course. It's an hour Zoom once a week. And then there's office hours on Friday, so we can have a check-in. And if anyone has questions, it is a sacred, safe space to be vulnerable. There will be handouts. And I really urge you, because I stuffed and stuffed and stuffed. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I didn't know who I was. And I was just taught, you stuff your feelings. It's the worst thing that you can do. It's like whack-a-mole. It's going to come out in other areas. And our children need us to be present, and we need us to be present. So let me help you and show you how. And for the cost involved, as far as I'm concerned, it would have saved me thousands of dollars with my attorneys. I had 3 different attorneys with 3 different approaches, all claiming they understood how to deal with a case like this, and they didn't. Rulings and things could make it worse. But if you can regulate yourself, you can make better decisions. You can get better sleep. You can be healthier. I also work with nutrigenomics, which is body activation, nutrition affecting your genes. All of that matters. Our body follows our mind. So we have to get our thoughts and our emotions regulated, because dis-ease creates disease. And being in this level of stress and anxiety, going through this life event that changes the trajectory of you and your children, is a very big deal. So let's work on some of those things so that you can quickly assimilate and create a better situation for you and your children. I will put a link below that give you the details of that course. Thank you so much. And if you have other situations, you may reach out to me. I deal with, again, nutrigenomics, and those are particular products that absolutely are needed today. We're in a number of countries. We have peer-reviewed research like no other product, really. And actually, we are unlike any other kind of product on the market. And I'm really pleased to bring that to the market and to the world. And I also have a private membership program called Own Your Life. And this is for women who have walked through difficulties, but want to be on the other side, and to do it with support. And that is only $14 a month, so that we can all support each other. This is for positive, for people moving on. This is not about victimhood. This is not about being in a pity pot. This is about moving on, being able to still have a beautiful life and live into your possibilities. So reach out to me. Thank you so much.